Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, there is a lot that has been pressing on my mind to discuss, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, okay? Just for you guys who don't know, I am Sia, and I thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Um, Oftentimes, when I do videos, I do like to give my perspective on current events and things that are kind of going down in the world or in the U.S. primarily. Um, just so you guys know, off the rip, I did not vote in 2025. I felt that it was, I didn't feel that there was a candidate really that I felt comfortable enough with to vote for. Okay. I did vote for Trump in 2020. Okay. When everyone was kind of against Trump. And now it's very interesting how the tables have turned. And supposedly the majority of America supports Trump, right? Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, well, why didn't you vote? If you voted for Trump in 2020, why didn't you vote for him now? Um, Let me tell you guys this, and I've said before, time and time again, that it is prophecy that there's a prophecy out there that this president is not, um, I guess, who we think he is, okay? But nevertheless, right, that's hearsay. That's more of like, it's whatever. Um, I believe that when you vote, you are casting a transaction, and when you are casting that transaction, there's a level of karma that comes with the choices that we make, and I believe this for all things, not just this scenario. So for me personally, because of the extremes of the two parties right now, or that was, because there's one party that's MIA at this point, but they're both very extreme. And I did not want to put my personal karma at jeopardy for the sake of individuals that I've never met. Okay. I don't even know the true intention of these people. Okay. Now, with that being said, Trump has passed a lot of laws. The first day he was in office, and I knew it. I've been kind of like keeping real my ear to the ground big time because I do believe that we're going to start seeing a lot of like crazy stuff. Okay. I believe that things are going to change drastically in this country. I don't even want to get into the arguments that are being had on, either side in the sense of the direction of the country. Excuse me. My intuition tells me that something is not right. It's been telling me something's not right. Hang on, y'all. So I guess the question then becomes, right? Why don't I? Why is my intuition telling me some things? Okay. First things first, I want to say something with sincerity, and I hope that people listen. Um, I am in a mixed. I have mixed emotions about the things that I'm seeing take place right now. Um, I do not necessarily believe, and again, I understand the arguments. I understand why people think the way they think. But I, at the current moment, okay, do not have enough evidence really to say that Trump is racist or that he, hates black people or whatever, right? What I can say is that some of the policies that is being passed have potential for mismanagement. Okay, and what I mean by this, I know a lot of y'all like I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. There are laws that Trump has passed that I support. Right, he's done this, he's passed these laws, and I'm in full support of the laws. Okay, the problem, and I know this is another thing too, and I'm gonna say this now too, is that there are a lot of extremes, such as the many genders, right? That argument, it's not even up for debate, right? I don't even see why we even have these discussions, why women don't know that they're women, shit like that. Like, stuff like that, I feel like has to be nipped in the butt. There ain't no weaning us off of it. It's got to be nipped in the butt because it's gone too far, okay? But, and for example, another one that I support or think I supported, or I don't know at the moment, because I don't like how things are being handled. I do not like how certain people are really beginning to show their true colors as it pertains to the policies that are occurring. But then I also have to recognize that some Americans are really fed up. And it's not necessarily personal, but it's principle, right? So I was on Facebook and I saw this girl, tweeting, Facebooking, or whatever you want to call it. And she was talking about the illegal immigrants, and she was happy that, they're going to be rounded up and deported, right? But in her statement, she said something which her exact words were like, these immigrants, or these people, like, she separated the illegal immigrants, the Venezuelans and stuff. And then she goes on to say illegal blacks. And the only people that are black in my mind are people who are from America. Like, I understand that we all look the same, right? But black in my mind is predominantly for people in America. And so it blows my mind when I hear people talk like that, because I'm a black woman, right? And I guess for me, it's like, what is an illegal black, right? I don't I feel like, and then the girl's response, because what I told her, I said, your choice of words was interesting, not that it was wrong, not that you had said something wrong, not that something was done that, was crazy or whatever, but it's just interesting that those are the kinds of words you utilize instead of just illegal immigrants. And I didn't really go into all that either. I just said, that, illegal blacks, like, I've never heard that term before. So this is new for me, right? This is interesting. Like, where did this term come from, really? She goes on, first off, I'm going to tell you, queens don't explain themselves to nobody. The girl don't owe me no explanation, right? And I really wasn't expecting her to respond. I think her response said it all, right? So she goes in, she sends me like a paragraph of why she said what she said, breaks it all down, and then at the very end she goes, nothing I said was racist or wrong. And I'm thinking to myself, huh? Like, I use my choice of words were interesting. And this chick had the nerve to tell me at the very, well, nothing I said was wrong or racist. What interesting doesn't mean wrong or racist. It just means interesting. Huh? Like, that's it. Like, I don't know. Okay. So when people naturally go to those kinds of things, they are being racist. And she was wrong, because where are you getting this term illegal blacks, and who does that apply to? And as a black woman, I'm kind of fed up. I've been seeing some, and it scares me. This is why this scares me, bro. Because I don't think people understand that integrity is key. It's not about, like, Okay, so you got a president who's doing certain things that benefit the country or benefit men, women, because the sex gender thing, it does benefit women as much as women don't, I agree with a lot of what's happening. But I only agree with it to the extent that the integrity of the man who's implementing these rules and these policies, so long as it is intact. The moment his integrity goes out the door, these laws become like a prison, like a prison sentence for certain kinds of people. And I'm starting to think again, maybe that's what the goal was. This is what it always was, right? Now America is still falling. It's going to fall. You see, this is what man has to learn to understand is that your karma can never be undone. Like you have to do tons of good deeds in order to try to erase the level of karma that comes with a country like the United States of America. When you've got real, genuine blood on your hands, tears on your hands, you can expect, especially when it's not, it's not equal, it's not a level playing field, right? When you're just taking advantage of folks, lying to folks, stealing from folks. These are all behaviors that the America, right, that we grew up in or that we see participates in. Still, it wouldn't matter who's president. It doesn't matter that Trump got into presidency. What matters is the man's integrity. So it's like, yeah, you could do all these things, but then when you have people that turn around, you had some dude pick up some Mexicans, right? And I could see if there was a bounty on these folks' head and folks need some money or whatever. But dude picks up these Mexicans and takes them to the ICE office, but they're thinking they're going to work. I'm like, that's kind of jacked up. Like, at least be honest. At least be able to catch people because the dude posted it was a white male and it wasn't a great look. Okay, like as a white man, if the goal is to show that I'm not racist, I'm not gonna participate in certain acts that can be what's the word that can be misconstrued as racism. So going out of your way to hire a bunch of Mexicans that think they're going to work and you dropping them off at the ICE place, like low key, that shit is disrespectful as fuck. But you got this shit going around. You got people that are really proud of what's happening right now at the level that it's happening. And some of it cool. Cool. But I just feel like this was somebody's country before all of this, right? This was somebody who looked closer to look like me than other folks, okay? This was their land first. So it's bizarre to me how the audacity, I guess, it's kind of how I'm seeing it. Like, how do y'all even have the audacity to be talking slick and crazy to some of these people? Like, they're still people. They may not speak the same language as you. They may not look the same color as you. Yeah, they came in the wrong way, but that don't mean your integrity you have to kind of be nasty towards them. Okay, we're rounding them up, we're shipping them off, cool, but why be nasty? Like, what is the need for that? I don't know. It makes me wonder because we're in some weird times right now. We're in some very intense times right now. And I'm not seeing that many people aren't. Like, this is the thing. I don't think that Trump's policies necessarily are racist, right? I think Trump is going after a lot of different things, and I'm going to talk about it as I do these lives because I got to go back to work here in a second. But my thing is, okay, I don't understand how. Hang on, y'all. I don't understand how people can easily forget where they come from. Black people, The shit that's happening to some of these people, the way that it's happening, at the magnitude that it's happening, there is no reason why black people should be celebrating and proud of this shit. I know that blacks right now, you want to fit in, you want to feel like you're an American, but let me tell you, Trump is coming for all things that are degenerate. He's coming for folks. He's coming for you folks' helmets. Okay? All things that whites don't like, excuse my language, is what he's coming for. So my thing is, y'all so excited about this illegal immigration and how it's going down, and folks is like, yeah, they getting out of our country and whoop de whoop de whoop, right? This is not my reality, so these are not conversations that I have every day. So I can't tell you what we talk about because it doesn't impact me the same way that it probably impacts somebody else, right? Now, with that being said, because I understand the frustration a little bit, right? I did plenty of lives on it, right? But the thing is, hang on, y'all. I'm trying to sip my little sparkling water. I don't think people really understand that what's happening right now, like the whole immigration thing is going to be replaced with something else, which y'all see is AI. So folks were all upset because they're talking about, oh, the Venezuelans taking our jobs. They're taking our jobs. Well, now AI about to come in and take them, and you ain't gonna beat AI. You ain't kicking AI out of America. America is about to invest. I think he said $500 billion into AI. So y'all gotta be careful what y'all ask for. Folks gotta be real careful for what they ask for, man. Because we over here, ha and he, we're the Americans, you know. But AI coming for the same thing. AI is gonna do essentially what the immigration was supposed to do. And this excuse, like some of these things that are happening, first of all, there's too many lies going out there. There's too many people spreading bullshit. Okay, people, too much lies, too many made up laws and what could happen and what Trump supposedly said, but he didn't actually say. Like this whole conversation about child support. That what the whole conversation about food stamps. Now I know people are saying this thing, and maybe he said it, but I'm waiting to see a law that was actually passed on these things. And then my thing is, folks don't understand, if it ain't true, why are you even talking about it? Why are you even making a video about it? Did you do your research before? It becomes a waste of conversation, a waste of talking, a waste of energy, because now you're just talking just to hear yourselves talk. For black people, I'm telling you now, the conversation I just heard was Trump was ready to start sending repeated offenders. I'm telling y'all this because y'all black, okay? But it's for everybody. All these heinous crimes that folks are committing in the United States, Trump talking about sending y'all to another country. I'm telling you now, what we see with Trump right now, again, there is an extreme to Trump, and this can go left real quick, okay? Folks have to keep their egos in check, and folks are going to have to walk with the utmost integrity. I'm not saying they aren't. I'm just saying that in order to see things through the way that, with the intent that America, not just white people, but America, like if we're looking at it as we all, we're one, we're solid right now, right? No matter what your skin color is, your whatever, as long as you're an American, you're in this pot, right? If we're looking at it from that standpoint, because that's integrity. It's not, hey, I'm going to make sure my race succeeds while I try to, exterminate a whole nother race. Like, that's not integrity. That's not even your place. That's not even your place as a man-made person to do what God is doing. That's not your place. So if it's a conversation of, hey, let's get our country back on the right track for all Americans, black, brown, white, blue, purple, then cool. He'll act as such. His integrity will remain intact and it will show. If, for whatever reason, he deviates from that integrity, right? The country is effed up, man. They done already, the laws that are being put in place is, I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't know how much more is going to, it can go left real quick, and it's going, when it goes left, it's going to, right now, things look like, oh, well, it's not going to fall. Trump's going to save us. Things are going to look a lot different. You gonna have, there's a reason why they show you movies like Squid Games and stuff like that, and this is the time where that stuff could really, really happen. So I've got a lot to say on this, y'all. It's on my heart to say it. I just, right now, I feel like people have to really be mindful of how they show up. Don't get so emotionally attached to any outcome. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are, but I have a feeling folks are going to find out a trick was played on them. So that's all I got to say, y'all. I'll be back with another video to follow up on this, especially as time goes by, because there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff going down. There is every day. Trump is in the news every day. There's something happening every day. So I am striving to catch up on a lot of this in my, like, when I can, because I've been super busy. Okay. But that's all I got to say on the matter, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. With that being said, I'm out.